Hey, what's up guys? This is Anthony from Anthony's Customs, and for this review, we are looking at the Spader wave of Marvel Legends Spider-Man House of M, which is actually one of my favorite looks for Spider-Man, so I was very excited to see that they were making this figure, and it does a lot of things really well. Couple things, a little bit questionable, but overall it's a pretty cool figure, so let's go ahead and get him off the stand and take a closer look. And this guy stands just about 6.5 inches, which makes him just about 16.5 centimeters, and they used that Spider-Man body with the really long torso, relatively short legs, and just overall weird proportions, and it's driving me nuts. It looks fine for some Spider-Man figures, but this one should not look like this as far as I'm concerned. It's not a deal breaker, I guess, but I don't like this exceedingly long, skinny torso. It just doesn't have the right look for most versions of Spider-Man. Again, it's not a deal breaker, and once you pose him, it's not totally noticeable, but it is worth mentioning that they're still using it. Now, the paintwork on this guy is overall really nice. There's a lot of line work to it, and most of it lines up really nicely. Most of the spider stuff is lined with black, and it's very clean. Some of it's not so much, like under the boobages. You see a little bit of the black on top of the red on both sides. It's not perfect, but it'll do. It's pretty cool. The big deal, though, and hopefully it shows up on camera, I think it will, is the torso is an entirely different color than the rest of the Spider-Man. All of the red is kind of a dark red, except for the torso. It's very bright. I don't know if it's showing up on camera as much as it does in real life, but it's not even close to the same color. It's not even remotely close. This red is a better red, by the way, but most of it is this dark glossy red, which is definitely a bummer. I do like the blue they chose. I think it's just about perfect. The eyes are painted pretty well. That's pretty cool. You do get an accessory of a web line, which I thought was going to be really cool, but it has this triangle shape at the handle, like it's a handle. He doesn't have any way of holding on to that, and it doesn't have any way of connecting to his hand, like in any practical way. The best thing I could think of is to like slide it over his fingers and do that. But even then, it's still I don't get it. Maybe I'm missing something. I guess maybe you could do that, put it behind all of his fingers, and I guess that works. But I don't get why it's got a triangle shape. It should be hand like a circle. If it was wrist shaped and much smaller, you could just pop the hand off, put it on, and then you'd have the web line coming out of the wrist. I don't know what that's supposed to be, so I don't get that. So that's another thing that's kind of disappointing. As far as articulation goes, we've seen it all before. Head looks up, head looks down. Oh, by the way, the back is brighter than the front even for the torso. So how they manage that, I don't know. Let's see if you guys can see that. Can you? Can't say for sure if it's going to show up on camera. Very weird. Anyway, full rotation, head's fine. That's good. The butterfly joint's good. The shoulder hinge works just fine. Full rotation. It's a little tricky with that butterfly joint wanting to move, but full rotation, that's good. Bicep swivel, still have red dots inside the arms, but you have good double jointed elbow, so that's fine. Wrist swivel and hinge, that's expected. We have a whipping hand and a fist hand. Ab crunch goes back one notch. It's not a good ab crunch. It's a poorly designed ab crunch, by the way. And it goes forward pretty well, but still definitely seen a lot better from Hasbro. Waist twist is fine. Legs go all the way forward. That's really nice. Going out to the side is still not great. It's a little bit better. You can see it's a little better than 45. It's actually probably about 45. The legs don't really go too far back. You do get your thigh swivel, double jointed knees. The blue is painted here, it looks like, and it matches pretty well. And then we get a really nice ankle hinge going back, going forward. That's still really good, and then you get a really nice ankle rocker. So this figure is not without benefits. It does do a lot of things really well. Some things not so much. I don't know. It's House of M Spider-Man, so if you want it, this is your only choice. And I don't think it's a big deal. I mean, like, there's not a huge amount of problems. Just kind of a normal amount. So I think it's probably still worth getting. Just, man, like 3 different shades of red on one figure? That's not okay. I could look past just about everything else, but having those multiple reds is a big bummer. So, I don't know. Now you have the information. You can decide for yourself. It's your money. Do what you want with it. Thanks for watching, guys. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. I have new videos up almost every single day. We talk about action figures, movies, TV shows, video games, all kinds of fun stuff. So make sure you come back for that. Click the thumbs up button if you haven't done that. And if you like the video, make sure you turn on the notification bell if you haven't done that and want to see more videos. And if you haven't done anything, if you're new here, you probably should click that subscribe button. But in the meantime, you should keep collecting.